So whenever I need advice for dating, I always look for what the right-wingers have for me because it never fails. I've gotten laid thousands of times as a result of right-wing influencer dating advice. Like people like this, King Azule, who I just heard of. I forget where I heard them from, but I found their channel somehow. They have such banger videos like My Life Changed Forever After That Night. Am I a is the thumbnail. Pretty cool, pretty good stuff. F student responds to Moist Critical, and he's seen here strangling my boy Moist Critical for some reason. Not entirely sure why that is. So we got a pretty good start on this guy and his content. What we're gonna focus in today on is 5 traits that will get you any woman, because I trust this guy just based on this little bit here. Here, let's look at this. At 17, I was homeless to do a rough childhood. I ended up in jail and thought my life will never change due to my circumstance. But I'm here today to say if I did it, anyone can. I will do everything I can to teach you everything needed to know so you can achieve what I call the, quote, holy triangle, end quote. Strong body, strong mind, and financial freedom. Check out my uncensored YouTube link below. With all that being said.
What's going on, guys? Welcome again. And today we're going to speak about what it is to be a masculine leader. You know, masculine leader, guys, is made out of 5 pillars. The 5 pillars.
Okay, I know that he's probably ESL, but it's still really funny. I don't know. It's goofy. It's goofy.
Of a masculine leader. We're going to talk about them now because that is something that everybody is missing. You see, 95% of the men today are weak men. They're not real men.
True.
And that is why women are very...
Wait, weak or not real? Are men required to be strong? Or are they weak men? Which is it?
Very aggravated with you guys. But at the same time,
women are not aggravated with men for being weak. Women are aggravated with men for being disgusting. Okay? That's why when asked, most women pick the bear. This isn't a matter of whether you're like physically strong or, you know, financially capable or whatnot. Those things help, sure. But mostly women just want a guy, 2 main things. 1, don't be a piece of shit. Okay? Minimal standards. That's like a prerequisite. 2, helps if you're a little goofy, okay? If you're funny, if you're positive, fun to be around, a goofy guy. Women love them, a goofy men, okay?
5% that are real men have seemed to hate
that's
the
me.
women
I know
that
that's
exist
me.
in this time. So men are not men, and women are not women, and it's time for all the men to become real men. So
okay, well then maybe we should just date each other, man. What do you think? Like, is that, like, it's just funny because, like, 5% of the real men hate women. You're calling them gay. Like, you have to be in the top 5% by being a gay man, right? Stupid.
Women can go back to becoming women. You see, masculinity is essential for survival. And that is exactly why many of the women out there today are masculine. Now, let's talk about the first thing, honor.
But, like, there's nothing wrong with a masculine woman or a feminine man. My wife is non-binary. Often she dresses masculine. It's fine. Like, I'm not less attracted to her as a result. In fact, I find it quite cute, to be honest. I enjoy her non-binariness. It's part of the reason I married her. So, like, there's nothing wrong with masculine women, and there's certainly nothing wrong with feminine men either. Many women are into feminine men.
Why do you need to have honor as a man? You need to be an honorable man. If you're going to do something...
Elvis face? Did you just call me Elvis face? The fuck you mean Elvis face? I do not look like Elvis. What? No shot, dude. You just called me Elvis because I'm white. Racist.
It must be with honor. You see,
all white people look the same.
We didn't have to worry about these things. If we went to war together, we had the honor of standing next to each other, going into battle, protecting each other, and being there for each other. But we don't really have that honor today, where a man says, here is my word.
You can literally go to war right now. You can sign up for any nation's military and go boots on the ground to war right now. But you don't. You don't. Why is that? Interesting. You know why I don't do that? Because it sucks, okay? And I enjoy my comforts here at home, all right? That's why I don't do it. You don't do it, probably for the same reason, but you won't admit that, man. You won't admit that. You've never been to war, I guarantee you. Never. And yet you're sitting here calling yourself a real man and saying that that's what real men do. It's not that we don't have the luxury of war today. There's plenty of that. Go find it.
You have my hand on it, shake on it, and it's good enough.
He's giving him
man would spit in their
his hand.
Shake your hand, and that was more than enough.
This
But
is
we
so
don't have that
gay,
today.
man.
The next thing is respect.
Men spit on each other and have each other's backs, both literally and figuratively, and stuff like that. And when real men were men, they showered together in the barracks and stroked each other off or something. They did sword fights with their, you know what's. That's real men shit.
Respect is such an important part for a man. Why? A woman needs to be loved. We all know that.
That's
but
AI.
A man needs to be respected. You'll hear a woman...
I also need love. Do you not have love in your life? Is there nobody in your life who loves you? And also, women need to be respected as well. Are we implying here that women don't need respect? That's crazy.
Saying, I'll give him respect when he deserves it. What? Did I ever say I'll give you love as soon as you deserve it? You're not deserving of getting love?
What? Yeah. No. A woman does not automatically get my romantic love. That's not how that works. Do you understand how dating works? No. You see each other. If you're physically attracted enough to each other, you go on a date, all right? And if the date works out and you like that person, then eventually that turns into romantic love. Love at first sight is a myth. Love at first sight is lust, okay? Like, if you think somebody's hot or whatever, 10 out of 10 banger, but then you go on a date with them and they're the most annoying piece of shit you've ever met, a reasonable person would be, I don't care how hot you are. You suck. You're a piece of shit. No thanks. What is this logic? We're off to a great start.
If a woman doesn't get love, she would literally jump
Never
off
played
the building.
tummy sticks.
There's
That's
no way she's
disgusting.
gonna stick around. Same
Tummy
with the man.
sticks?
If a man is not going to be respected, eventually he's going to leave. But that is in a relationship. What about in a relationship with your brothers, where you're supposed to respect one another?
With other
where
men.
You sit with other people, and you're with your best friend, and you're cracking.
But before we talk about dating women, let's talk about dating. I mean, being with your fellow men who are brothers. They're brothers to you. We're like brothers. We sleep in the same bed because we're brothers. Okay? We take showers together because we're brothers. We rub lotion on each other's backs because that's what brothers do.
Jokes about your best friend. You're not taking his side. You're not there for him. You're not by his side.
The homies.
Being that protective, honorable, respectful man that you should be to your best friend. You're making jokes to make others laugh. That is something that you should never do when you have respect for your...
Wait, you're making jokes to make... Wait, what? Hold on.
Honorable, respectful man that you should be to your best friend. You're making jokes to make others laugh.
Hold on. Does he... Okay, I'm going to be as charitable as possible here and say that he's talking about cracking jokes about your friend. Like, yeah, if you're talking shit about your friend to other people, that's shitty. I can get on board with that. But if he's just talking about, like, cracking jokes, it's like, yeah, people make fun of their friends all the time. Like, have you ever had friends? Like, if you're close enough friends, you're going to shit on each other more than you, like, work each other up. That's usually how my friendships work out anyway.
That is something that you should never do when you have respect for your brother. Your brother and you have to have the most respect for one another. And it doesn't have to be a blood brother. It could be a friend that is now a brother. You have to understand that blood is thicker than water. But at the same time, some of us might have bad brothers.
You know what's thicker than both of those? Men got plenty of that. You know what I'm talking about.
And some of us might not have a brother at all.
Also, that quote is taken out of context. The blood of the covenant, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, is how that goes. So people actually get that backwards.
So you know what? Finding a good brother
the concept
that is your
backwards.
friend and making sure you respect one another and truly respect. Don't speak in a sense where you're putting someone down and he's your best friend, he's your buddy, he's with you all the time.
But buddies do that.
That's not the way to be. That's not respect for your brother. Always uplift.
You just sound like you can't take a joke, man. This sounds personal. He's like, oh my God, like I had friends and then they started shitting on me. They started making fun of me and that hurt me personally. Dog, work your shit out. Go see a therapist. You know, that you wouldn't have these issues if you just sought therapy. Okay? If you're that self-conscious that you can't take a joke and you lost all your friends because of it, like, that's crazy work, man.
Lift each other. Always do whatever it is that you can to make each other feel better, to show love for one another. Because listen, a platonic relationship is a very important relationship you need to have with your brother.
We're now 3 minutes into this video and we've spent like 2.5 of it talking about men. I'm here to get women. My understanding was that I was going to get laid today. Sorry, we must be confused here. Are we still talking about women and how to get women?
You need to make sure that you can tell it to your brother, I love you, and it's I love you because you're my brother. I tell my brothers I love them.
Thou doth protest too much. He is very insistent that this is a brotherly love thing. because he knows if he just says friend, it'll sound gay. So he has to insist that we're brothers. Because if we're brothers, that's not gay, okay? Because brothers sleep in the same bed with each other and have rancid, disgusting butt sex. That's what brothers do. Not friends, though. Because if you're a friend with somebody and you do that, that's gay.
Why? Because they're willing to die for me, and I'm willing to die for them. Big thing, and you must have respect. Next thing is, guys, loyalty. Do you see that? Loyalty. How many of you guys...
You know, I hear that a lot. I would die for you. How about this? Would you, like, clean your room for me? Would you, like, do basic hygiene so that you don't stink around me? You know, like, would you... I don't know, like how about the menial tasks? Everybody talks a big game, like, oh, I would die for this person. I would die for this person. Okay, what else would you do? How about we start small and work our way up, you know? Stop saying you die for somebody. Yeah, it's easy to say I'd die for my wife. Of course I would. You know what I struggle doing for my wife sometimes is cleaning the dishes. You know what I mean? Like let's be real.
Out there are not loyal to your brothers or not loyal to your woman. I've said this a million times.
Okay, we're back to women.
I would never do business with a man who cheats on his wife. If he cheats on his wife, the woman that he sleeps with every single night, why wouldn't he cheat on me? You tell me. Why wouldn't
Come on, dude. You're making it way too obvious. Come on, bro. How do I know the man wouldn't cheat on me? His brother, which I must stress is a familial relationship, so it becomes weird if you make it gay in your head. I must stress once again, it's so gay! Just own it, man. I swear to, like, he sounds like he wants a dick 10 inches down, dude. Like, exactly.
cheat on me? I've had a business partner and he cheated on his wife and he cheated on me as well.
He's just upset because every moment that his mouth is open, that's another moment that a dick is not inside of it.
How did he cheat on me? No, he didn't sleep with another girl and I gave two shits. It's because he went and did business behind my back and didn't tell me about the profits. So a man that cheats on his wife, be careful, he's gonna cheat on you as well. But again,
I don't even necessarily disagree with that, by the way. Like, I wouldn't want to do business or associate myself with a cheater either. Like, that's true. That is true. If they're willing to cheat and be dishonest with their own wife or whoever they're with, like, of course they would do the same to you. They've already shown that, like, they're not worthy of your trust.
Are you guys loyal to your brothers?
So I do agree with that.
Friendship. What is loyalty? Do you even understand the meaning of loyalty? Loyalty means that no matter how hard the times are, I will be here. I will support you. I will stand by your side.
But once again, like I stress, what about the easy times? Okay, what about like a buddy needs me to pick him up from the store? Like, can you do that? Oh no, sorry, I'm too busy in my League of Legends match. Like start with the small shit.
Loyalty today is gone. And that is why I'm making this video. Because this video
What?
right here is going to let you understand.
I thought you were making this video so that I could get laid. We're 4 minutes in and we have 0 traits. You only have 6 more minutes of the video, man.
What kind of a man you need to become and what exactly are the traits that you need to have in order to be a real man. Because if you don't have them, you gotta listen up. But don't
For your
only
brothers.
listen. I want you to be a student of mine. I want you to listen. I want you to hear me. And I want you to take it in because I want you to
Okay, we just said the same thing 3 times. That's both repetitive and redundant.
become the best version that you could be. So people will know this is an honorable man. This is a respectful man. This is a loyal man. And then we go to the next thing. Trust. Can I trust you? If you're in my
Wait, we already went through a trait? What was the first trait? Oh, no. Okay, we're on the first trait. Trust.
thing. Trust. Can I trust you? If you're in my circle, can I trust you?
Wait, no, it's
That
not
is
the first
a very
thing.
important part of our life.
Why did he label 2 things as 1? Am I tripping? Is that a 2? What was the first thing? No, that's number 4. No, that's number 4. Why are we on number 4? Has he been going through these this whole time? He's covering the board the entire time, so I can't see. I can't even see the board. Honor. I think it's honor, respect, loyalty, trust, and commitment. Like, I don't know, like, it just sounds like bullshit. Like, it sounds like shit that ChatGPT would feed me. Like, ChatGPT, give me 5 traits that make a real man. Shit, I don't know, dog. Honor, trust, commitment. There you go. Like, yeah. I don't know, this seems like this was due 12 a.m. last night, and you just turned it in at 11:59.
This is a loyal man. And then we go to the next thing. Trust. can I trust you? If you're in my circle, can I trust you?
It's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
That is a very important part of our life is trust.
We already talked about
You
this.
have to have trust. Imagine not being able to trust your own parents. They betray you. They speak badly about you when you're not around. Imagine not being able to trust your own brothers. That when you're not around,
brothers,
they're
don't
trying
forget,
to get the girl that you truly want.
Not gay.
Imagine you can't trust them. Imagine you can't trust the business partner because he's doing things behind your back. And also, he might
Oh, he's doing a lot of things behind your back, buddy. Trust me.
not be a godly
The way you're
person,
talking,
so no one
I bet
else is
I bet he does a
watching,
lot back
you're
there.
not watching. So guess what? Trust is broken. Why? Because a lot of people lost the ability to trust and give trust and be trusted and be trustful. You have to understand that trust is extremely important. So if you break the trust with your brothers, with your family, with your loved ones, with your spouse, with your girl, with your man, it does not matter. You break.
Dog, I got an essay due at 12 a.m. and it's a 2,000 word limit. Can you help, like ChatGPT, can you help me stretch this out to 2,000 words, please?
The trust, you break it forever. There is no going back when you're breaking trust. Imagine back in the day, we together went to war in Sparta, went to battle, had swords.
Oh my God, dude, then go live like a Spartan. You'll give up in 2 minutes. That was abysmal. That was an abysmal way to live. The Spartans were not happy people. Their lives sucked ass, okay? It sucked to be a Spartan. Like, if I believe everything I'm told about it, no. Like, that shit was dog water.
I need to trust that you got my back.
And as I said, you can also just go to war right now. There are plenty of causes that you can fight for, okay? Go do it. Okay, big man. You want to talk a big... You talk a big game about war in your comfy little air-conditioned room with your little whiteboard, okay? And your perfectly groomed beard, might I add. Like, go to war then. Go be boots on the ground. Go to war. Like, be a blood brother with your homies in the military. Like, you can literally do that. People are doing that as we speak right now. Go do it. Be a real man.
There. And I get stabbed in the back. How would I feel? You know how I feel?
I don't know. You'll never know that
dead.
because
Why?
you're a pussy.
Because I couldn't trust you. And it happened millions of times, especially in today's days, where people can't trust one another. And they break the trust before they even start building it. Their first thought, let's go into a relationship. Doesn't matter what kind of relationship. We'll go in to get whatever I can out of them. And then after that, we'll see if I still need them. The world became disposable. And if you're disposable and the people around you are disposable, guess what? You are a nobody. If you don't have a team, if you don't have somebody you love, if you don't have a family that you could trust, you have nothing. You don't need money, you don't need cars, you don't need watches, you don't need nice clothes. You can be homeless. But if you're with your people, with your team, eventually you guys will be in mentions. You guys are gonna be on private
What?
jets.
Wait, you just got done telling me I don't need money. The f are you talking about mansions and jets and shit? I have plenty of friends and we don't have any of that. We're still happy. Why? I don't understand this. Like, why are you dangling this in front of people? Well, I know why, but like, it doesn't match your message, dude. It's completely incoherent. Like, I was on board for a second. Like, he tricked me. I was like, okay, I can get on board with that. You don't need like material possessions to be happy necessarily. But then like, you're literally like, okay, if you just listen to me, you'll get all this stuff. Look at the things you can have.
But you have to work as a team. So having a team is more important than anything. And I say this, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, take your friends with you. Now let's go to the last thing. The most important part of being a masculine leader is commitment. It's commitment, guys. Commitment.
These are all kind of the same thing. Like, they're not exactly the same. Commitment is different than trust, but trust is a huge part of commitment, right? Same with loyalty. Like, trust is a huge part of loyalty. Like, these things are all, again, we're stretching the essay out as much as possible here.
It is so important. If you guys are starting something, you have to stay committed. If you want to become an NBA player, you have to stay committed. If you want to become a bodybuilder, you're going to have to stay committed. If you want to become a millionaire,
I get
if you want
it!
to become a father, guess what? You have to stay committed. Because if you can't commit to anything, you're not.
If you want to shove 50 hot dogs down your throat in a matter of you know, what's the record? Hot dog eating machine Joey Chestnut. This guy was committed. Coney Island stage for Nathan's famous competition 1 year after a sponsorship snafu kept him from the mecca of competitive eating. What's his record? 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That's crazy work. This is a committed man right here. And something tells me King Azule is just upset that he can't even get one.
You're never going to last. You're going to lose it. Being committed is the most important thing you could have. Commitment is something that every single famous person has. But one thing that the man truly needs is ego. In order for you
Wait, that's not on the board.
To succeed, you must have an ego.
Wait, we're adding things now. That's number 6, dude. The ego's not written down on that board. This was not. Hold on, sir, teacher, whatever your name is this one going to be on the test? Because you didn't write it down on the board, or is that extra credit?
But don't let it fool you, because
at least ego's different. I would have liked this better if he had written ego instead of commitment. At least ego is different.
No matter how big your ego is, your commitment must be greater than your
Wait, if it doesn't matter how big... Wait, hold on.
In order for you to be able to succeed, you must have an ego. But don't let it fool you, because doesn't matter how big your ego is, your commitment must be...
So do I need ego or not? You just got done telling me how important ego is. And then you turn around and you're like, but... No, you don't. It's like, wait... Do I need ego or don't I? If I have commitment, but I don't have ego, do I still succeed, or do I live in a box and I'm bitchless? Like, which is it? I need to know if I need ego to get my dick wet. Please.
Greater than your ego, or else your life will fall into shambles. And why do I say that? It's because when you see a celebrity that all of a sudden is so famous, makes so much money, and he's doing so well, and the ego got to him. As I like to say, the urine got to his brain. It washed out all of his smartness. And now, what's left is a bunch of...
As I always say, you know, as they say in my home country of Turk whateverstan, is when the urine gets to your brain, like, never heard that.
Piss. The truth is that as a man...
Now what's left is...
What's left is a bunch of piss. The truth is that as a man, when your ego goes too big, your life goes to shit, because you believe that now you own the world. And then you see them doing drugs, falling into alcohol, smoking, ruining relationships, marriages, screwing up everything because they think they own the world now. No, there's a God. He owns the world. If you're...
Why did God come into this? Come on, you're all over the place. He's like... He's hitting all the point. No, he's literally going through a rubric. I'm telling you, this reads like a cheap-ass, low-effort essay that he's literally just going through the points on the rubric. Here's what you need. You need 5 points, okay? You need to include God somewhere, and it needs to be at least 1,000 words. Like, that's it. This is the most low-effort drivel, some of the most low-effort drivel I've ever watched. Like, it is incredibly low effort.
Masculine leader, you don't let your ego go overboard so it doesn't go over your commitment, because your commitment is what's going to keep you driven. That is what's going to keep you going. You will
But if you need ego, then why is it on the board, and why are you downplaying it so much? You just mentioned how much you need ego, and then you're like, but not too much though, but not too much. Like, you need it, it's very important, it's vital even, it's crucial, but you don't need it that much. It's like, well, which is it?
Never stop if you have commitment. But if your ego goes big, you will go to shit. And that is what
I thought you were going to piss.
Is about. And this is
See, I told you.
Pillars of a masculine.
Is it shit or do I turn into shit or piss? Which one does my brain turn into? My notes are all over the place right now.
Leader looks like. You need to have those pillars in order for you not just to be successful.
Big pillars. Really big, long, hard pillars.
For you to have honor. For you to bring honor and dignity and respect to your family. Let me tell you guys something if you're still watching this. I'm King Azulai, and for a very long time, my whole life, people laughed at me. People said I was a nobody.
Oh my God.
People said I wasn't gonna make it. I proved them wrong because I stayed committed. And I proved them wrong by staying a good man. And I proved them wrong by helping today millions of people all around the world.
You didn't help me with anything!
Anybody right now.
Okay, after watching this video, what the hell am I supposed to do to get me a woman. What? How? Wait, hold on. Okay. So like, I'm besties with the bros. We have slumber parties and pillow fights, and we assure each other that we're brothers. We're brothers for life. Okay, brothers for life. Not gay. We sit 5 feet apart in the hot tub, and all of our, you know, like inclinations are kept under wraps. Okay, we're brothers. So we do that, and then something about ego, but not too much ego, because commitment is a thing, and trust, and also loyalty, though. Like, where does the woman come in? There was, like, so much talk about everybody around me except the women that I want to bang. What happened? There used to be some effort put into this. Pickup artistry was just that. It was an art, you know? It was a sloppy art. It was disgusting, but it was an art form nonetheless, and I thought it was quite funny and enjoyable. But this was just like a mess. This is like, this comes off to me as AI dog shit. Like, it's inhuman. What happened? Like, pickup artists used to try. I've heard more intellectual convos from chimpanzees. Seriously, they sound smarter than him. He's not saying anything. He's giving you like the most baseline word salad dog shit that I've ever heard. Do people actually buy this? 266 likes, 82 dislikes. Well, at least it's not the great ratio. Not a great ratio. Step 1 for the king. Make sure she's 15. Oh no! Does he have allegations? Well, obviously he does, because like that's the first video that we saw. But 15? Oh no! Hold on. The dark truth about King Azule's documented crimes.
Need to be seen and need to be heard.
Okay, well, this is a 15-minute video. I need a summary. What's wrong with King Azule? Recently, it has been exposed that the reason he was incarcerated is because he R-worded a 15-year-old girl. Oh my god. A couple days ago, he uploaded a 27-minute response video in which he claims nobody got R-worded, and rather he took a light sentence because the girl's parents filed a $50 million lawsuit. That's crazy. When I started watching that video, I was willing to accept that maybe it was BS allegation. I would recommend watching John Bravo Films' video on this, where he goes through the court documents of the incident that sent him to jail. From the sounds of it, he admitted to wow, it just keeps getting worse. The gang rape of the 15-year-old in the police interview stage. She was beaten. That's a lot of extra that I don't need. Court documents later go on to show that he had apparently a history of committing said acts to underage/intoxicated women. Dude is just a narcissistic sadist who gets off on a power dynamic. Oh my god. Which one of the points on the board do you think he was practicing when he gang raped a 15-year-old? Commitment, clearly, right? He was committed to that. Step 1, never back down even if she's 15. I need to see the people that actually agree with this. He's literally just... Why don't you remove these comments, man? There's only 75 of them. If you're looking at the comments and hearting the ones that agree with you, why not delete the ones that are accusing you of... Which, rightfully so, because you were literally found guilty, you pedophile. Like, literally a pedophile. I can call him that. He is found in court to be a pedophile. I love what you're doing and the intention. You're definitely looking out for us men, and it trickles down to our kids. Just gonna leave that one sitting. By the way, can we add competence as well? Without competency, none of the pillars will stand, as we need to be competent in every single one of those pillars. We grow competence when we are true to our masculinity, brother. I take it back. He's not gay. He's just a pedophile. That's from 7 months ago, to be fair, but it's still cringe. Well, you're not getting the joke. These are bot replies. Wait, why is this one? Oh, that's why he was strangling. That's why he was strangling Charlie Moist Critical. That's why. Because he's a pedophile, and Moist Critical made a video about it. I guarantee you. TikTok tough guy.
I just found the trees, but you will never be able 2 seconds. Like, Shaolin monks don't just fight. It's so fucking good.
Belgian horses are the biggest and the strongest horses
AI
in
garbage.
the world. Each one could pull 12,000 pounds. If the two
Okay, this is from 2 months ago, so I don't think the allegations were out yet.
of them are put together, how much weight could they pull?
Together, they're pulling 24,000 right there.
By math, if you do it right, they're pulling 24,000. When you put 2 alpha males, Belgian horses, together, they could pull 36,000 pounds.
Math can never calculate the potential of an alpha. Also, the AI art he uses for all of his videos is mind-boggling. Yikes.
I agree.
Horrifying. But you're gonna find this hard to believe. He's wrong again. So this is actually something a lot of other influencers.
Okay, I get it. That's really funny. I thought it was because he got mad at Moist Critical for this. At least it would make sense if he were going after Moist for like calling him out on the shit. Holy shit, dude. I cannot believe I watched an entire video by a pedophile and did not know. I didn't know the whole time. I think I closed out of it. I did. It makes sense in hindsight. Well, there you go. The pedophile has spoken. We should all definitely take his advice on how to get a woman, I guess. Because clearly he has such great taste in them. And methods of... Oh, God. I can't. Just stop the video. Hi, thanks so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I just wanted to let you all know that I love and appreciate everybody in my community, whether you can support me financially or just by liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. It helps way more than you know. That being said, I do want to give a very special thanks to my tier 4 subs, which would be Space Timid and Hot Take Andy. And thanks so much to my monetary subscribers from any of the tiered subs or anybody who gives me money in any form, including going to my Patreon shop, donating money to me directly. It all helps way more than you know. If you do decide to help me financially, you can get some really cool perks like early access to content, exclusive access to censored videos, also some really cool badges next to your name. Even if you can't afford a monetary subscription, just watching, sharing, and commenting on my content helps way more than you know. Thanks again, and I will see you all in the next video.